I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by the main man, Joe Fournier. Joe, we're going to get straight to it. The KSI fight's been announced May 13th. Talk to me.
Woo! Oh, they have bit off more than they can chew, haven't they? We reeled them in, we suckered them in, and now their boy is going to get bludgeoned.
What do you think that KSI brings to the table in a fight like this? What do you think his strengths are, first of all?
I think he's fit. I think he's young. I think he's durable. But that's what I think. I've never been in the ring with him. He's fast. But, I think it's going to be that equalizer. I think it's going to be a bit like Amir Khan versus Canelo. I think that's how it's going to go down. I think he'll start super fast. He always starts fast, doesn't he? I'm a slow starter. Starts fast, electric. I'll take my time. I don't think he's got anything that's going to hurt me, obviously. And then I'll just close the gap as he tires down. And then, he'll wake up wishing he sold me Misfits before the fight.
Do you think this is his toughest test to date?
Yeah, I mean, it's night and day to anything he's ever done before. That's the thing. He's taken such a big jump. I never thought he'd do it. I still can't believe this contract's been done. I've literally I've been drinking champagne all afternoon.
Tell me this, Joe, right? When you sit down and you think about a fight like this, first of all, what do you think that you need to do to beat KSI? And how do you think you beat him on May 13th?
My hardest task is getting down to the weight. They clipped me another 5 pounds. It's 180. I know they don't feel very confident because they put a rematch clause in. So that's all good news. So I can bust him up twice. But yeah, no, I mean, I just got to do the basics well. I don't think he's ever fought like a fundamentally skilled boxer. So as long as I just, I'm going to break him down starting from the, body up like I always do. I think he's got that crazy cardio, doesn't he? That very fit, erratic, super fast, awkward, a bit like Michael Page. So, you're not going to try and chop his head off straight away. You want to break down the body. I want to make him cry. I want to make him cry in the ring. I want to make him quit on his stool. That's my goal. That's how I want to win. I want to bet on that.
May 13th, right? That's the details. May 13th, 180 pounds. Yeah. How many rounds is it going to be?
I think it's 6.
6 rounds. There's a rematch clause, you said. It's going to land in London on May 13th. Is this the start of a journey of Joe Fournier with Misfits? Is there a couple of fight deal here, or what's the story?
Well, listen, I made him an offer. I said, I'll give him £10 million to sell me Misfits today, right? Because after I knock him out, it's going to be worth 100 grand. So it's like they can either sell it to me today or I just buy it at a liquidation later. You know what I mean? It's like I'm going to take the poster boy. The big bad guy is going to show up and take the poster boy of the brand.
Do you think that you'll fight again in Misfits after this, win or lose?
We've agreed a 3-fight deal, so they've got 3 fights. Obviously, there's a rematch clause if he loses. There's 3 fights, and I want to do them, back to back. Really, they got some great events coming up. They got my B fight, which will be perfect for me. You can go straight out, COLM, and then December they've got a big one. I think that's the dates they're looking to do a big one in the States. So all kind of work within my diary. So let's see. But first, I just got to make him quit on his stool, crying in tears. If he's not crying, I feel like I let myself down.
What weaknesses have you seen in KSI in his previous fights? Because we're talking about strengths, and you've given me a bit of an idea of what you think he's good at. What's he bad at?
I think he leaves his chin out there, just prime. Excuse the pun. And I think the abs. I think the abs are men's health abs. I think their DNA men's health abs, I think they ain't going to take the body shots. There is no way you're going to show up that lean and take 10-ounce gloves from a guy that walks around at 205 pounds to your ribs. He's not, the body ain't going to last. He's going to slow right down.
You've been on the champagne today, you've said, right?
Yeah.
You haven't really been following that strict boxing program over the past few weeks. You've been partying. Now are you going to be knuckled down for the next few weeks and get yourself ready for this big fight on May 13th?
Definitely going to train for it. I'm not going to say I'm going to knuckle down. Take it easy, champ. You know what I mean? Whoa. You know, the Duran knuckle down. But I'm going to train. I sparred yesterday, and I'm going to train for it, and I'm going to be in great shape. And I'm, like I said, I want to make an example of him. He said somewhere, they said, oh, could you knock him out? And he reeled off a bunch of guys. He said, me. He actually said, yeah, easy work. That's when I'm like, this guy, I'm going to fucking bust him up for that. I don't forget things. I'm like one of them real weird elephant brains that just like remembers little things. I've been saying it in sparring. Like, he really thinks he's knocked me out. I asked my coach, does he think he really means it? But I know he don't mean nothing, because when I saw him and I looked him in his eye, I was like, is the deal done at Wembley? Is the deal done in front of everyone? He was like, he wanted to say security, but he realized he's a professional boxer now, so he can't say security. He's got to just, okay, done. And then it took him 2 months to convince him to sign this contract.
Tell me this: who's going to be in your corner? And with Misfits, it's a bit of a show as well, and there's things that go on. Have you anything planned for your ring walk or anything planned out of the ordinary?
I'm hoping to get as many beautiful women to do the samba on the way in. Trying to see how many we can get. Now there's no more COVID regulations. Maybe I'll come in on a mini private jet and land in the ring. Let's see how far I can take the piss.
Well, Joe, I hopefully will be out in Miami in the next couple of weeks to do a bit with you before this fight.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for coming on IFL TV. We'll catch up again before this on May 13th, and we look forward to seeing you in there against KSI. One final message for KSI before you go.
Sell me Misfits now before it's worth 1/10 of the price, baby.
Joe, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,